Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shifts and how to navigate them. So, when I was just like pulling my cards out, they kind of like fell like this, or they didn't fall, they just like spread open like this. And I got a lot of people want to keep you defensive so that they can block your momentum. Because if you're like continuously trying to defend yourself, trying to like prove who you are, then it's gonna like slow you down, right? It's gonna stop your momentum. Yeah, and they want you to be focused on like what you're losing or what you have lost, so that you can't embrace this confidence that you're meant to light others up with your confidence. And I really have been getting like, either because there's like multiple people who watch these videos, so it's like there's you're either being called to start a channel, you have a channel, and you've kind of fallen back from it, or yeah, you're just being called to like put yourself out there, really get into it's going to bring you a lot of opportunity. Maybe you're being called to collaborate with another, I heard singer, 111 on the timer, so I don't know. Yeah, your intuition is guiding you forward to this, to security, to something that's going to make you stable, give you stability, right? You're really being called to be determined, and then make your choices from a conscious place, right? And really nurture your inner child, really give them compassion, as well as your shadow. Don't, because that's going to bring you harmony. If you're nurturing your inner child and your shadow, right, that's going to bring you harmony. 143 means I love you. So you really are, you're being called and guided to some kind of a speaking journey, to put yourself out there, to stop being scared of your own success. Stop being scared of your own voice. Yeah, you are being called to leave indecision in the past, right? And like, you know what to leave, right? It's this doubt, negativity, fear, failure. That's what I was trying to get out. Yeah, so, you know, and you can and you will. So stop telling yourself you can't, because if you tell yourself you can't, you won't be able to. I think it's like Henry Ford says, and you are the creator of all things, right? But yeah, he says, if you say you can't, you're right. And if you say you can, you're right. Okay, I butchered that. It's a little differently. But yeah, you are being called to rest so that you can co-create with the universe, right? And then recognize your power to create. And I heard stop doubting yourself. There's a lot of doubt and indecision in this reading. And I don't think that's all yours. I think there's a lot of people that want you to doubt your dreams, your desires, your goals, right? Yes, conflict, because they want to freaking stop you. They want to put doubt, negativity, fear, because they're jealous. They're not recognizing they too have their own paths. Like, being jealous of yours is not going to get them any further, right? They just have to decide to like take the steps to do what you're doing, not what you're doing exactly, but what they want to do. But you are also a guide for that, for them recognizing like, hey, I too can get out of my comfort zone and do things, right? And you have a responsibility to yourself, and as do they. We all have a responsibility to ourselves, to our dreams, the ones that were planted in our hearts before we came here. I fully believe that. I fully believe we chose our paths, our partners, our parents, so that we could recognize this responsibility to ourselves, to our desires, to our dreams, right? Yeah, you have a legacy to build. A spiritual community is what I heard, because that's what the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups gives me, is like, yeah, connecting, community. And I feel like we're meant to build loving, self-sufficient communities and teach like our children a new way. I feel like that's the new earth, you know? They don't want to talk, I guess. See? Yeah, you are supposed to be tapping into your inner child. Tapping into childlike joy and wonder. Yeah, and you have been stopping yourself because you're scared. Like, you've been scared to throw your wand around, scared of what people will think of you. You know, screw it. But you've done a lot of work on yourself. That fell in the You've done a lot of work on yourself. There's a lot of mastery here, right? You've been with yourself for a very long time. You're learning to cultivate that light. Now it's time to get out of hermit mode, right? Get out of hiding yourself from the world. Yes, because you're meant to set yourself free from who you think you should be. You're meant to fly, butterfly. But you are. You're meant to like start this spiritual community, right? Of loving light leaders and lead the way. Lead in love, right? Yeah, you're really meant to overcome these patterns, these childhood patterns that have kept you trapped for quite a while. They've kept you small from like, yeah. They've kept you from like recognizing like you are both of these beautiful queens, right? You're very sharp as well as very bright, right? You're bright light, and you're meant to light others up, right? You may be a little detached from your emotions, which we all can be sometimes. So Spirit's calling you to feel these emotions that keep you trapped in this cycle, this pattern of self-defeat and deceit. That's been a big one lately. But I feel like it's a beautiful part of the journey. Yes, because you are on your way to alignment, to healing your heart space, right? It's believing you deserve it. It's knowing you deserve it. And I'm actually going to make a video about from knowing, because that's where it starts, right? Is knowing to doing, because like you forever, you're doing the research, right? And then you go from knowing to doing to being, rather than like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you're healing this heartbreak. These devilish attachments is what I heard as well, so that you can become this 9 of Pentacles. You can embody this alignment, right? You've got to sit with this heartbreak, or share the process of sitting with this heartbreak, of detaching from these things, right? It's really going to help others to do the same. You'll know which timeline you're on, because it's going to resonate for you. Deeply, you're going to feel it, right? Or ask your angels and guides, like, is this message for me? What do I have to gain from this message? I really like that when they say that. See, I heard you're avoiding your own strength when I saw this. You're avoiding yourself, right? You're scared of yourself. You're scared of your own success. You're scared of sharing yourself with other people. And I get it. People can be mean, man. So you may have been like, you may have become your own biggest bully after like people like made you doubt yourself, right? Family members, most likely. They were scared of this magician. They were scared of your power. So they made you doubt it. They made you doubt yourself. And they need love too, because they are too, these hurt inner child, these hurt inner children, these people like who gave up their own power, right? And they don't recognize that they can get out of this place, that they don't need to manipulate power, or no, people. They don't need to manipulate people with power. They need to manipulate energy, right? Which is what you're learning to do. You've learned to do, and you're being called to like share that with others, right? Because you know, bro, you've got a lot of knowledge. It's time you share it with others, right? You know how to go from knowing, doing, being. You know that process. You know how to get there, and you're meant to share it with others. You're not meant to hold it to yourself, hold it away from the world. Okay. Let's do some of mine. Throat chakra. Are you speaking your truth? Are you asking for what you need? Then we've got connection encourages cooperation, connect over correction. This goes for you. Like, it's time to stop being your biggest bully, bro. There is power in your story. You should share it and yourself with the world. Was I not saying that? You might have the Sagittarius in your chart, or you're dealing with the Sagittarius. On the back is breath work, which is an amazing way to like get in touch with your soul. I do love some breath work, dude. Trust, faith, walk in it. You are the power that creates. Are you creating consciously? See the God in you, good in you, and others, really. Align your mind, body, and soul. And then we've got false flame lust test. See, this is the kind of thing we're being called to let go of. Anybody that, like, their energy isn't reciprocal. If you're giving love, you best be getting love, bro. But I think we're being called to let go of lusty things, like the serpent. And, like, cultivate, like, our own flame, not be, like, lusting over someone else's flame, right? We're meant to let go of that, like, lusty stuff. Because it's not going to encourage us to grow. It just keeps us stuck. And that's what we're being called to let go of, is, like, the things that keep us stuck from being who we want to be, which is this aligned light leader, light lover, right? This powerful creator, which you're meant to be, this powerful creator. All right, guys. I hope this helps.